If you're doing well, if you own a very expensive home, this budget benefits you the most. If you're struggling, if you're a tenant, if you need housing supports, if you want to ride on a bus that doesn't break down, this is not a great budget for you.
I can't help it when I've come here and I look at all the things that are on the backs of you to decide how much to spend on housing, transit, and in some cases 400 series highways, which are your responsibility to look after. There almost needs to be a conversation about what it is that municipalities ultimately ought to be looking after.
We had a challenge with the MLTT, $82 million shortfall, and I think what city management or city staff have been able to do is to balance the budget, recognizing that with a property tax increase at the rate of inflation, but at the same time continuing the important investments that we all expect in the City of Toronto. So yes, I think it is actually quite prudent for us to anticipate and to expect that $45 million to come in from our federal government.
I would like to see greater investment in things like state of good repair for community housing, in things that will impact and bring down our road violence, or the deaths on our streets. This is what the City of Toronto is demanding, and this is what this budget should reflect if we are going to have a budget that's reflective of our collective priorities as a city.
The real fear for me in this budget is the lack of investment in Toronto community housing and in the TTC. We heard from the TTC they need tens of billions of dollars. This budget doesn't cover it. And for the first time, going back to about 2006, we're making conditions worse in community housing. We're going to have more units closed. We're going to have more leaky roofs. We're going to actually make housing worse in the City of Toronto because of this budget. This budget actually plans on falling 80% further behind on TCHC repairs than we are today. That's a disaster in the middle of a housing crisis. I should be willing to say to people who are doing well enough and own their own homes, we need a little bit more money from you, so that we can make sure that our housing crisis doesn't deepen. The mayor and his team don't seem to feel that way.